What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the crypto space. This is your BTC update for this week and the coming few weeks. I want to today go over some pretty important analysis, some on-chain metrics and some fundamentals for BTC and why I think we are going to have a couple of bullish weeks ahead of us. So let us get started. Before we jump in, I would appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with my videos. Now, taking a look at the charts, BTC right now is at 53,579. And like I told you guys in my last video, we have an extremely key level 47,464, which we bounced off of, and we broke through our daily level, which was 51. And we haven't retested yet, so a retest is possible on the short term. So these are the two levels I am watching right now. And like I said, we most probably have a chance of getting rejected from 55,000. The scenario I gave you last time, which was this one. This is still in play and it is still a possibility for me, and a wave right down to the daily with a potential break above this high. And if this doesn't play out, we could see a obviously this was my second scenario which I gave you. If Facebook did buy Bitcoin, we could easily move past this and go back, but obviously that has not played out. But right now I can see this wave still being in play. Since we have made our ABC wave over here, we could have this wave still playing out, and if this level does fail to hold, I will be looking lower towards 47,400. Now, apart from the TA, let me go over this analysis basics real quick. Now, BTC has done the basically one move over and over the past 3 months, and that has been a huge impulse move to the upside, a correction towards the end of the month. When the new month started, we have seen another huge move to the upside. This has already happened once. We've seen a move to the upside, and on the 21st we saw a huge tank to the downside, and on the 28th again we have seen a huge move to the upside, an impulse. Now we saw that again, a huge tank with an over. Basically the first correction was about 25%, the second correction was about 20%, 18%, and the third correction, which was our most recent correction, was 27%. Obviously these are three really big corrections, with this being the smallest and this being the biggest, with also the biggest number of liquidations. If you aren't aware already, there were 14 billion liquidations over here, with massively dwarfs the number of liquidations here and here as in itself. This was, I think, 3 billion or something, and this was about 1.8. So this is literally, these two liquidations combined are still 3 times lesser than the amount of liquidations we saw over here. So what can we take away from this? Number one, we have seen a crazy amount of open interest being taken out of the market, a lot of longs being flushed out. That means open interest has declined again. And 3, we are seeing a lot of bearish, basically a lot of people are bearish in the market again because of all this blood that was in the market. So tomorrow, the 30th of April, is the first options expiry day. The CME futures options expire tomorrow, and along with this, we have seen funding rates become almost negative. Again, OKEX has almost a funding negative rate. FTX has a very all these rates are super low, like as you can see. But the highest BTC funding rate right now is 0.5 on UOB. That is really not a lot. And since this now why this is important is because we have something called the Grayscale Effect that could be coming into play this week, and it has already started basically a couple of days ago. Now basically Grayscale works in the way that such as Grayscale is an entity of the digital currency group that has cornered the market, accumulating a total of 650,000 BTC. Now that is a lot of money. That is $34 billion of BTC managed in their portfolio. So their structure, the way they work is, they hoard BTC and USD, which is then used to purchase BTC, which flows in while nothing goes out. So basically, anybody who wants exposure to Bitcoin through Grayscale has to buy Bitcoin through spot exchanges first, either over the counter mostly, which is the most popular for these big institutions, and then they send their BTC through to Grayscale, and Grayscale holds their Bitcoin and then gives them a share that is equivalent basically. These investors then give their BTC to Grayscale. In exchange, Grayscale gives them an equal value of shares. If each share equals 0.001 BTC, then every BTC handed over through Grayscale, the investor receives 1000 GBTC shares minus a fee, obviously. So the catch to this is the investor must wait 6 months before selling these shares on the market, and that is the important part here. Now look at this and look at the the phases of when Grayscale opens their investing. So we had our first on 27th October and it shut at 15th December. So if you look at price back then, what did price do? Price basically made a small move ups to the upside. We opened at the 27th October and we closed at 20th December. And since then we've had only 2 here and 1 here, another phase to invest. And today, basically a couple of days ago, marked our first day for the Grayscale unlocking. So that means the investors who invested here have the option of selling their BTC over here or going back and purchasing, selling their GBTC shares and repurchasing Bitcoin on spot exchanges and sending it back to Grayscale. Now what that would mean for Grayscale is their holdings would increase significantly over the coming months if this does play out. And what that would mean for us is, since these guys, now let me show you who all have invested in this phase. We have 3 main entities to watch out for over here. We have DCG, we have 3 Arrows Capital, that is a hedge fund, and we have BlockFi, which is one of the most popular ways to stake your cryptocurrencies in the crypto space. Now both BlockFi and 3 Arrows Capital are led by one of the most bullish on Bitcoin entrepreneurs. We also have Grayscale again, which is extremely bullish on Bitcoin. And these BlockFi and 3 Arrows Capital alone hold 10% of GBTC holdings. 10% of $34 billion is basically what I'm saying. Now if you take into account that these guys bought BTC here, send it to Grayscale, and then now their shares are unlocking for an option to sell, or sell their GBTC shares and buy back spot and send it back, that could potentially mean we are setting up for from now 21st of April to June basically is going to be an extremely key period. Because now if thinking about what I told you in the last video as well, we are seeing Bitcoin taken off of exchanges, we are seeing the supply decreasing, we are seeing the Bitcoin network increasing in usage every day, we're seeing Bitcoin wallets getting all-time highs all the time. We are also seeing miners accumulating at these levels. None of the miners are selling, most of them are accumulating. Compared to this high that we made over here, a lot of miners sold then because a lot of the China fire and blah blah blah. But right now miners are still accumulating. So this just gives you an overall perspective of why, even if again, this is not financial advice, this is just my analysis, but this gives me a perspective that if so much spot buying pressure is going to be coming into the markets, a small move up with this pressure is what could fuel us to basically a repeat of this entire thing. And this could easily be the fuel to start us on our way to 100,000 Bitcoin. My personal prediction is 100k BTC, as obviously 100,000 sounds pretty cool. But apart from that as well, 100,000 would be an insane psychological level for a lot of FOMO, and it sounds impossible. Obviously, even when we were at 3,000, 50,000 Bitcoin sounded impossible. Like literally when we were here, 50k Bitcoin sounded like a freaking joke. But of course, if you have held since then, congratulations, and you are part of the BTC up only team. But these are just my personal predictions. But personally, I think we are setting up, and we are basically at the starting line right now of what is going to be the next coming weeks for BTC that is going to be extremely bullish. So, this is just one of the factors that I think is going to be all these indicators are showing me that BTC is basically consolidating under resistance for a huge move to the upside. Now, could these coming months be what we've been waiting for the past 3 months? The only way we're going to know now is to wait and watch. So I have given you my thoughts, and now we just wait to see where price goes from here. Once again, we are seeing liquid supply taken off of exchanges like crazy, like all the supply keeps decreasing, miners are still accumulating. We are seeing the whale wallets not reduce their positions, but they still keep accumulating BTC. We have seen a huge reset in the market with a lot of liquidated longs, and funding rates being reset. Short term, could this break down from these levels? That it probably can, but long term, BTC looks extremely bullish. So even if this does go back down to 42,000, I think that for me personally, that is a if we do lose this level, like I said, 47,000, I will be looking at 45 and 42. So these would be my next target areas to buy some more BTC. So that is my fundamental analysis on BTC right now, looking at some factors that have played out in the past as well. And this article that I am showing you right now is from this blog. Basically, I will be linking this in the bio. It's called the Grayscale Effect by Ben Lilly, and she has some amazing analysis that I would definitely recommend for you to check out. This is not my complete analysis, but I have been thinking about this in the past as well. So if you're interested in checking this out, go down in the comments and read it. And I'm going to link it in the bio. You can check it out. But yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more videos. I am currently at 60 subs or something, and I hit my first take profit at 50 subs. So if you could send me to 100 subs next, that would be my second take profit, and I would really appreciate that if you guys got me there. But yeah, I'm going to be posting. I keep posting videos every day, so if you're interested in watching and looking at analysis and content like this, I would appreciate that. You can find links to my social media and stuff in the link in the bio. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one later.